Hello and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Today we're kind of going back in time to one of my old saves. This here is the Jeep that I made a long time ago. This save file is pretty much dead because once I go to my second base over there near the trader, the game crashes every 10 seconds. So to get this thing back, I actually had to go through about an hour or so of running, saving and exiting, running, saving and exiting, running, saving and exiting, running, picking it up, running back, saving and exiting, running, crashing, saving, exiting, just essentially that over and over again until finally I got out of the way where it didn't load in that base anymore. So this here is my Jeep, my favorite car that I've built. And the fact that I lost this Jeep has actually like kind of diverted me from building cars like this because I spent so much time trying to figure this out. The suspension is kind of my own monster. At the time I was making this, I think it was Moonbow, maybe? He started making double wishbone suspension. And this was my attempt to try and figure it out by myself without the help of a tutorial. I did not get it working. So anyway, the entire car is built off of this central metal structure with the engines and stuff attached to it. The second engine is because in the back here, where the trailer gets hooked up, I used to hook up a drill and a wood chopper or whatever it is. So, yeah. So that's what the second engine's for. The suspension is kind of neat. Each wheel has its own suspension. So there's the central suspension here, which is level 3, and it's at level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe it is. And that's connected down to bearings on the bottom and the top so that you can turn. And then that's connected to bearings here, which is supposed to be like the wishbone style, which is connected to this. So when you hit a bump, this goes up, and then the bearings allow that entire wheel to go up separate of the rest of this system. Because if you look at the welding tool, what is it? Will it actually show it? Oh, it's because it's not actually on the lift, duh. So if you look at it, each wheel is its own separate system. And these are separate systems. And so is the top piece. Now the problem with the front is you can't actually weld this top half of the suspension to it. So it has this thing where that likes to go down. To fix that, I recently, like as in just now, added in these little hooks just to hook on the top half. Because if you look at it, when I used to turn, the top half used to go down because this whole thing turns. Same with when I go over a bump. The only thing with this car is the turning is really bad, and I haven't quite figured out a way to make it better. But as you can see, if we go up on these bumps, it's very nice. And it's kind of like each separate. And we can go back. See each one is separate. The back end's a little bit better than the front end. See, for some reason it does that. It gets crooked. And I don't like it. That's stuck underneath, isn't it? Yeah, now for some reason it got stuck under those. Oh, probably because I was turning. So I guess we'll just get rid of them then. Yeah. That's the problem with the front end, is this piece here. I could remove it, but maybe I could add a hook up front that hooks it in. Oh well. Buttons, we get the lights, front and back. Does it turn on? Yeah, it also turns down that middle thing too. Nice. Second is the radio, I think. Yep, and third would just be the drill or whatever I have hooked up. But all in all, this is like my favorite thing that I have ever built. It sucks that the front suspension, I couldn't get that working, but I mean, just looking at the suspension work is satisfying. Let's go over this rock, can we? Let's reverse over it. Yeah, so satisfying. Maybe one day I'll sit down with this car and try to fix the front end. so that it's not so reliant on that. Maybe I can make the wheels turn individually somehow. But that's a job for another day. Anyway, this has just been a look back at the past, at my old base. Yes, the memories. I had it hooked up so if you drove under here, the trailer with wood on it would automatically get picked up because the, hold on, the collector was mounted right here. So as you drove underneath, all the wood that was on your trailer would get sucked up in and then automatically ground up. This was one of my favorite saves. It sucks to see it go, but you know, I've got other series. I've got another series on the channel that you can watch if you like. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.